Hi, world history students. This is a short presentation on the Battle of Adwa and kind of a little bit of guidance on how to answer the central historical question of this secondary source activity. This isn't a primary source activity. So here is a painting of the Battle of Adwa, which took place in what was back then known as Abyssinia and is now known as the nation of Ethiopia. So this was a one-day battle on March 1st, 1896, and it was a victory by the Abyssinian forces under um, the emperor of that nation. And so the Italians lose the battle, and the question is, why? So this takes place in the context of the European scramble for Africa, which you looked at in the section already, and you should be finishing the focus question by the time you look at this presentation. You can see that all of Africa, except for a couple tiny slivers, are under control of Europeans. So how did the Abyssinian army manage to stave off kind of this European imperialism? So how is it Ethiopia or Abyssinia able to defeat Italy at the Battle of Adwa? So this is a textbook entry from a world history textbook, an American one, and it reads very short because again, this is a textbook and it's hard to cover everything, I guess. Um, Only the African nation of Ethiopia was able to retain its independence by matching European firepower. So if I was looking for evidence about how the Ethiopians were able to beat the Italians, their evidence right there is matching European firepower. So we assume that must be weapons, guns, something like that. The emperor, who I couldn't remember a second ago, Menelik II, undertook a program of modernization that included a modern army. In 1895, Italian forces invaded Ethiopia over a treaty dispute. It doesn't say what the treaty is about, which I would be curious if I was somebody researching this topic. Within a year, though, Menelik's forces, more numerous and better armed than the Italians, so here's another piece of evidence, more numerous, defeated the Italians at the Battle of Adwa. So short and not too much there. So you're going to look at two more textbook entries, another American one and an Ethiopian one, and you're going to have to try to answer that central historical question again. How was Ethiopia able to defeat Italy at the Battle of Adwa?